Today's tutorial, we're going to be talking about creating a beautiful timeline using the Tiki-toki educational tool. Now, the first thing you want to do is visit the website at tiki-toki.com. That's www.tiki-toki.com. That pronouncing is probably incorrect, but that's what we're going to go with. So the first thing you want to do is click on the sign up now button or the free sign up link. This is your first time, I would suggest use the free sign up link. Create a new username and your email address, whichever email address that you feel as if you want to use. Password, and agree to the terms and conditions. Alright, now we signed up, we can begin creating a new login. And now that we create our login, we can begin creating our new timeline. So the first thing you notice is that it takes you to this page, and the first thing you want to do to create your timeline is to create a title, the start date, end date, and then the introduction for your timeline. Once you have all these fields filled out, this is all the required material that's needed. You come down here to click on your new timeline. I've already created a timeline for you guys to see and to show you demonstrations of how to use it. So I'm just going to go to that web page to my previously created timeline. Now this is a great tool to use, especially if you're taking a history course. So this history course that I've created for you guys, it just shows you the different segments and timelines for just education. So the first thing you want to do, this window right here will pop up for you for the first time you're creating a timeline. And then under stories, you can edit your segments for the time. So the first thing you want to do is put the title. The title is going to pop up right here on your little interactive timeline for the first time segment. So the title, I put 1920 teaching machines. And then for the dates, I just put generic dates just to show the year because I didn't have these specific dates. So you can come up here and just type in 1920 at the top. I just click the first day of January, and then to customize it so it only shows the year, you just come down, it's the second one from the top of custom, so you can just do year. And then you just simply type in the year. So as you'll see, 1920, and then click confirm. And then the intro, which is gonna appear right here, just giving a brief description of the image. I just put that Sidney Presley's mechanical teaching machine in the 1920s, and then I submitted a little piece of media that you can insert or incorporate by clicking right here on the story media right next to basic info, and then you click on add media, and then you would paste the URL for this image, in which if you go to Google, it'll pull up the URL, and if I right click it and go to properties, it'll pull up the URL for that address. That's just an example, and then you can just copy and paste it right here to the source information, and then it'll actually incorporate that entire image into your interactive timeline so it looks a little more vivid for your vivid learners. And this is great also if you want to incorporate videos, because you don't necessarily just have to use pictures. You can make it a little bit more interesting by incorporating videos as well. I couldn't find a video for the Presley's testing machine, so I just incorporated an image. But to make things more interesting, I would highly suggest to use videos as much as possible. So once you've actually completed making your timeline, it'll look a lot like this. And then all you have to do is save the URL, which will be saved up here. And then then you can edit all your previously entered segments for the time. So for example, if I want to edit this one that I've already created, the event World War II training films, if for example I need to edit this story, you just hover over it and edit that story. And if I need to incorporate the year, instead of just saying World War II, I can just type in there 1944 or 1945 to give a more specific time if necessary. So now that we've created our timeline, we can share this link with others, and it would be great for sharing with your class if you want to have it peer reviewed, or if it's just a simple assignment, teachers can require students to turn in these timelines along with any written documentation for that report as well. And then now we can do that. Alright, and that's going to end our tutorial. So with this tutorial, it's really simple. It's really easy to create a timeline, to input these segments, and also to input the media for the segments. I hope this demonstration shows students how to create a more sophisticated looking timeline that's more interactive. And if we had videos in here, you'd be able to click on that link to play the videos. So it's great for students. If teachers want to have a more active lesson plan for their students, they can also, instead of just showing a timeline on a dry erase board, to incorporate this website in order to have an interactive timeline in order to show videos and other forms of media. So it's a better way of incorporating technology into the classroom. It's really easy to use, it's really simple, and it's also really easy to share. If I wanted to, I can just simply copy and paste this URL and send it to my teacher or send it to one of my peers in my classroom. Thank you for enjoying this tutorial, and I hope everyone learned something.